Right everybody, welcome on to another episode of my Championship review here on my channel. So we had a busy week of Championship action with a managerial departure, a red card, plenty of goals in this as well, a derby defeat and plenty of action to go through. So we're going to kick right off with the Friday night games. Cardiff 3, Norwich 1. Marco Stiepermann took the lead for Norwich with a wonderful well-drilled strike in the first half. But then Cardiff came back and showed why they're probably second in the table with 3 great goals. Omar Bogle with the pick of these. Good result for Cardiff, that is. Keeps them in touch with Wolves just in case Wolves were to potentially slip up, which is very unlikely to happen. But if that was the case, then Cardiff in a pole position to take advantage of that. As for Norwich, a couple of late October, November haven't been great months for them. A couple of poor results at home, which they probably could have done with a couple of wins with. And to go from early season playoff contenders after that win against Ipswich to 16th in the table now, it's not looking great for them. And it's maybe a bit worrying signs ahead. They've got a busy Christmas period coming up, so it'll be a good chance to get some results on the board and try and push up that table. So moving to the next one, this was live on TV on Friday. It was Leeds 1, Aston Villa 1. Good result for Leeds. This was a good point against Aston Villa. They took the lead thanks to a good corner, well swung in nicely. Pontus Jansson glances it in at the front post, loses his mark at Christopher Samba quite nicely, and then nods it in to make it 1-0. But then Aston Villa did get a late equaliser thanks to a Henry Lansbury strike. He drove through the midfield quite nicely, hammers a shot in off the post to make it 1-1. I think Aston Villa now are starting to see why the board gave so much faith to Steve Bruce. He's got teams promoted umpteen times out of this division. He's starting to show that he's a really good manager of this division. He's getting a good tune out of this Aston Villa group now. They occupy a playoff place. I think they're 4th in the table to be exact, but they occupy a good playoff place and looking like a very good side that can go on to achieve great things this season. As for Leeds, it's a good point for them. Not the worst result in the world. Keeps them in touch with the playoffs this season. If they can strengthen January, with the January window only now a month away, if they can strengthen with some Championship experienced players, then I'm sure they can achieve their aim this season. So moving to the Saturday games, Bolton 3, Barnsley 1. Good result for Bolton. Sorry, they need this in terms of them trying to start this season. It's a good momentum boost and a good confidence boost for them. They took the lead for a game-redeemed penalty, but then straight from kick-off up the other end go Barnsley. Tom Bradshaw goes down, he wins a penalty, he then goes and scores that penalty, tucks it away quite nicely to make it 1-1. But then Mark Little with an absolute, was really good goal to be fair to him. He absolutely sells the left-back. I think it was Andy Yeardom's legs go to jelly, in goes Mark Little, drives into the box and absolutely hammers it into the bottom corner to make it 2-1, and then obviously Bolton going then add a third later on in the game. This will stand Bolton in good stead, pushes them in, gives them a bit more stability in them trying to start this season. It allows them now to keep in touch and not become cut adrift. And they've got a good chance of staying up if they can get some good results over Christmas. And I'm sure they stand themselves with a good chance to come back. As for Barnsley, no clean sheet in a long time now, especially away from home. They're not really great at their travels, and they need to try and probably get some reinforcements in January. Maybe a couple of players with a bit more Championship experience. You know this league a little bit better. They've got plenty of good youth players in there, but maybe a couple more experienced pros to help these youngsters along their way will stand them in good stead, and especially some reinforcements to that back line I think would be needed. So obviously Brentford vs Fulham happened. I've got a 10-minute review on that one on my channel, so any Brentford or Fulham fans watching, there's my latest upload, 10-minute video there, and you get a 10-minute long preview on that one. So I do suggest you go and watch that. It's done quite well. So moving on to a local derby between Derby versus Burton. Derby did win this 1-0 thanks to a Johnny Russell strike. It broke the determination and grittiness of Burton Albion. They could have took the lead themselves thanks to a Ben Turner header from a corner. That was cleared off the goal line, headed away from the goal line. And if that had gone in, that could have meant that we could have been talking about a whole different scoreline here. But Derby took the lead. Chris Martin's shot got blocked. Johnny Russell then goes and fires in the rebound to make it 1-0 to Derby and allows them to take all 3 points in this local derby affair. Good result for Derby, keeps them in the playoff places. Now pushes a little bit of a gap between them and the teams below them, which will give them a bit more breathing space, which means there's probably less pressure on them if they lose the game. It's not the biggest worry in the world, but they probably fancy their chances now after going so well. Gary Rowett's got a good tune out of his group. He's a fantastic, underrated manager. It was silly how Birmingham sacked him early last season. I mean, he's proven that he's a good manager. He knows the division very well, and he's got a good group of talented players, all pulling in the right direction. As for Burton Albion, I think they're going to struggle this season. Lack of goals and lack of clean sheets. They could probably do with maybe just trying to focus on defensive first, defensively getting a good shape together first, because once you get defensively well, you can keep clean sheets. 1 goal is sometimes enough to win a game. If they can get a couple of grubby 1-0 wins along this busy Christmas period, that could stand them in good stead come May. Moving to the next one, this is a very good game. Goals galore in this one. Ipswich 4, Nottingham Forest 2. Dominic Olfer got his first goal in Ipswich Town colours since coming on loan from Wolves. But I'd say the pick of the goals was probably from Kieran Dow. What a free kick he scored. Took it very well on that sweet left foot of his. And we've seen against Hull the talent this young lad's got on loan from Everton. He scored a hat-trick against Hull. And again, he's proven that he's a very good, talented youngster that Everton have got on their hands here. If he can develop well, he's got a very big future in the game, I think Kieran Dow has. But Bartosz Białkowski, I think, deserves man of the match. What a game he had. A couple of, in the first half, I don't know how he kept, I think it was Daryl Murphy's header out. It almost rolled over the goal line, but Białkowski done some absolute amazing goalkeeping to try and keep that out. And again, in the second half, he managed to keep out a second one as well, which almost went in. The goal line technology was involved twice here in this fixture. But as for Ipswich, though, they're grinding out good results here. Jordan Spence filled in at centre-half for the suspended Luke Chambers. He's done a good job there. He scored some important goals for Ipswich this season, against Millwall and against Hull as well, to get 3 points and a draw as well in them two fixtures respectively. As for Nottingham Forest, scoring goals away from home is not a problem. Scoring goals at home is not a problem. Just keeping clean sheets. I think they could do with an experienced centre-half in January. They've got good talented players. Obviously, they've got quite a young back line with Jordan Smith in between the sticks, David Worrell at centre-half. They've got Matt Mills playing in there as well, but I feel like they've got a bit of money to spend. I'm sure they can invest in a couple of good defenders maybe, and maybe another midfielder to go alongside Liam Bridcut maybe in the engine room. So moving to the next game was Millwall 3, Sheffield United 1. Fantastic result for Millwall. They played fantastically well in this fixture. Lee Gregory took his goal really well in the first half. David Brooks goes and cancels that out with a wonderful goal. I think it was a direct ball into the box from John Fleck. And then David Brooks comes in, cushions it in with his side foot, with the side of his foot, cushions it over, hooks it into the top corner. Good finish from the young lad. Again, another player with a very bright future ahead of him. And then Marlon Romeo makes it 2-1. His first championship start, replacing the suspended Conor McLaughlin at right back after he got booked last week against Fulham. He makes it 2-1 with a very well-timed finish. And then Jake Cooper goes and adds a third late on to make it 3-1. Free kick comes into the box. The big 6'4" centre-half, bought from Reading in the summer, nods it in, bounces off the crossbar onto the goal line. Goal on technology says goal, and then Jake Cooper's off wheeling away, celebrating his third goal. So Millwall, good result for them, stands them in good stead in terms of them trying to start this season. As for Sheffield United, a couple of patchy results: defeat against Fulham, draw against Birmingham, loss against Millwall. A little bit of a wobble, but I don't think there's nothing to be worried about. I'm sure they'll still be in around that top 6 come May. Moving to the next one, Preston 1. They beat 10-man QPR 1-0 in this game. Jordan Hugo with the winning goal here. Main talking point come from Jamie Mackie with a straight red card for a tackle, which I don't know if it was a red card or not. The camera angle on the highlights didn't really give much of an indication whether it was or not. But the way he went in, the way the centre-half went down kind of gave an indication that it could have been a straight red. And the way that everyone reacted kind of suggested that he was probably right to go. And once QPR lost Jamie Mackie, he's one of their hardest workers in the team. He's a very good engine, he's a workhorse, he runs around all day and puts a good shift in. There's really backs against the wall for QPR, trying to consolidate and trying to get as many men behind the ball to try and get a point. But then all their hard work was undone right at the end. Thanks to the Jordan Hugo strike. Good result for Preston. Much needed 3 points for them in terms of them trying to maybe stake a claim on a late playoff push like last season and the season before as well. As for QPR, the draw against Brentford on Monday was a good result, but they failed to earn it here against 10 men. They probably just down to unluckiness really. And they're currently, I think, 18th or something in the table now, so it's not a great position for them at the moment, and they probably need to get some results in urgently. So moving to the next game, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Hull 2. So Hull drew 2-2 on Saturday. Last night, Sunday, Leonard Slutsky goes and gets parts company with Hull due to some poor results at the moment. And it's not really much of a surprise, although they did show some good character and a good spine and a good backbone on Saturday to come take the lead against Sheffield Wednesday thanks to a Fraser Campbell goal. Then Michael Dawson pops up with late equaliser right at the end. As for Sheffield Wednesday quickly, home form's not been great. Carlos Carvalhal again starts out having another post-match interview argument. If he needs to keep his cool here. I think the pressure's starting to get to him that he's underachieving at Sheffield Wednesday this season. He's got to keep his head in this time, because once you start losing your head, and especially to the press, they love it and they're going to lap it up and lap it up and lap it up. We've already seen with the £20 note gate early on in the season, we've got that £20 note start bashing it on the table. We've seen what he's capable of. He's got a short fuse as Carlos Carvalhal, and he needs to really keep his temper in check, especially when talking to the press, because it just creates a negative vibe around the club. As for Hull, looking at the next manager, Nigel Atkins is odds-on favourite for this job. Gary Mason coming at second favourite. I'd like to see maybe Simon Grayson go down there. He's a big price at 16 to try and get the job. I think he'll offer some stability there, but I think anyone going in there under the alarms at the moment really wouldn't want to try and take their chances. Another example of an ownership which has really gone to pot really. Hull were a good Premier League side. They've come in and really tarnished that and tried to make their own claim on the club, and it's not really worked out for them. And Leonard Slutsky did give it his all, but it wasn't enough in the end. So moving to the penultimate game of this one. on this review. Sunderland 1, Reading 3. McManaman got sent off this game after what would look like a handball. I thought it was quite unlucky, really. It looked like he got pushed down in the box. He couldn't do much about handballing the ball. His second yellow card of the game before half-time. He goes and gets his marching orders. Reading going to take the lead through Chris Coleman, one of Chris Coleman's ex-Wales stalwarts, Dave Edwards, coming in from Wolves. He took his goal well, followed by a Modu Barrow brace to make it 3-0, and then Lewis Grabban gets a consolation penalty to make it 3-1. I think Chris Coleman's, he expressed his desire to get back into club football, but I think he's panicked and he's took the wrong kind of job. I think Sunderland job's a bit of a poison chalice at the moment, and they need to get some funds in January, get some reinforcements in quickly if they stand any chance of staying up. They've got one more home game left before this dire home run ends, before it goes into another year without a home win. As for Reading, poor start this season, starting to move up now, 26 points now. They're starting to show Yapstam's side, they're getting a bit of form together now, and they're starting to consolidate and push up the table. So moving to the last game in this review, it's Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 1. Brilliant result for Bristol City, played some really good stuff. Goals from Callum Patterson, goals from Jamie Patterson and Joe Bryan in this one. And also an own goal from Halder Magnuson. Bristol City played some good stuff, took both their goals quite well. Aidan Flint with a maraudering one for the second goal. Lovely cross into the box. Brilliant, well-taken finish from Patterson himself. Middlesbrough haven't shown too much this season, I don't think. I don't think they're going to go up this season. Jonah insisting on spending money to try and smash the Championship. That hasn't gone to plan this season, and I don't think they're going to get in the playoffs. I don't think. They've got very good quality, but I just don't see them producing much as a team to try and get anywhere near that playoff place. As for Bristol City, though, they're doing very well at the moment, showing some good stuff, playing some good football as well, sitting in their playoff places now, and they've got a very good squad, and I just see them doing big things this season. So yeah, guys, there's my Championship review. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more EFL content, and we'll see you all on the next video, guys. Thank you, and bye-bye.